Good morning. In accordance with Section 45 and 53 of the Planning Act 1990 as amended, this meeting of Committee of Adjustment of the City of Toronto is called to order. The Committee of Adjustment consider applications for variances from the provision of the zoning that apply to property, permission to extend or alter lawful non-conforming uses, and also consent to serve property to create new lots. And my name is Yim Chen. I will be chairing today's hearing. And I'd like to also introduce our panel member today. On my left is Mr. Peter Reid and Mr. Ryan Bissonnette and Mr. Dylan Reid and also Mr. Dino Labandi. And our Deputy Secretary Treasurer today is Sabrina Salentino. She's on my right-hand side. And I also would like to acknowledge that the land we are meeting on is the territory of many nations, including the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Anasabe, the Chippewa, and also Haudenosaunee and the Wendat peoples, and is now home to many diverse First Nations, Inuit, Métis peoples. We also acknowledge that Toronto is covered by Treaty 13 with the Mississaugas of the Credit. And Committee of Adjustment public hearings are now conducted in a hybrid in-person and virtual format. Some applicants or participants will make their submission in person and others will be online. And the meetings are also streamed on the Toronto City Planning YouTube channel, and anyone wishing to view the hearing may watch on YouTube. Those who want to participate virtually have to register in advance, will be connected with their tablet, computer, smartphone, or telephone, and have options of participating via video or audio only. All virtual participants will automatically be muted on entry. And when your item is called, you will be unmuted by the moderator, one person at a time. And also, we ask you to mute all your other devices when you are called to speak. Those participating by video appearance will be temporarily upgraded to panelist status. And during this time, your camera will be enabled and you will only be visible during your 5 minutes speaking time. At all other times, your video will be disabled and you will be reinstated as attendee. For both in-person and virtual participants, the Committee of Adjustment staff will share presentations submitted in accordance with written submission deadlines. Those participating through WebEx are not allowed to use share screen or any other panelist control during the video appearance. How to receive the decision of the committee? People attending in person today who want to receive a copy of the decision must fill out a decision request card, and those participating online need to submit a written request for a decision by email. Please ensure that you include your name, address, email address, because the Committee of Adjustment and also the Toronto Local Appeal Board TLABs will be sending notifications and appeal updates by email. And if you do not agree with the decision, you may be able to appeal the decision to TLAB or in some limited circumstances to the Ontario Land Tribunal. However, the provincial government amended the Planning Act and January removed rights of third parties to appeal Committee of Adjustment decisions. Only the applicant, the Minister of Municipal Affairs and Housing, specified persons and public bodies, those terms are defined in the Planning Act, are permitted to appeal decisions of the Committee of Adjustment, and the appeal instructions are set out at the bottom of the decision of the committee. And the following is the hearing procedure. I will call out each item in the order listed on the agenda. When you are when an application is not contested, the agent or the applicant may proceed with the presentation if desired. And when the committee does not require presentation, applicants are to advise the chair should they wish to speak to the panel. The committee may ask questions or take the matter into committee for decision. And each speaker, including the applicant or agent, will be given a maximum of 5 minutes to speak. I will comment when you reach your 5 minutes. Any presentation or other materials you wish to submit to the committee must have been emailed in advance. Staff and committee members cannot accept material at the hearing. When addressing the committee, please clearly state your name and address, and please remember to confine your remarks to the matters outlined in the application. The applicant or agent will proceed first and then make a presentation to the committee. And then please note the committee might not entertain revisions to proposals at the hearing today. The committee might decide to defer the application if substantially revised. To ensure that the revised application is accurate and all those entitled to notice are informed of the changes, then individuals either in support or opposed to the application will be invited to speak. Generally, we will call the people who are in the hearing room and then move on to online speakers. And committee member may ask questions of each speaker and after they finish the presentation. When all the speakers are finished, that will mark the end of the discussion. When all the speakers are finished, then the applicant or the agent will be given opportunity to rebut only on those issues that were raised by the speakers. And that will mark the end of discussion. And the applicant will be then taken into a committee for decision. And for this morning, I would like to know whether there's a minutes of previous meetings to be adopted. Yeah.
Good morning, Madam Chair and members. Yes, the May 27th minutes are ready for adoption.
Yes, May 27th, who would like to have a motion? Yeah, Peter have a motion, and Dylan second. All in favor to adopt it? Yeah, all in favor. And also, I would also like to know whether there's a declaration of conflicts, please.
Yeah, on item 3.
Item 3.
I volunteer with one of the person who wrote the letter of opposition, so I will declare it a conflict of interest.
Yeah, thank you. Let me do it. Okay. And that's how about from staff? No declaration. Okay. And also the next is whether we have any file deferral requests or closed files.
Through you, Madam Chair, I see no files to be closed this morning. I see no files requesting deferral for this morning.
Okay, which means that we are ready to start with item number 1, which is 106 SCOLLARD Street. This is to alter existing residential dwelling by converting it into 2 separate residential dwelling units, which will be occupying the second and the third story of the existing 3-story mixed-use building. Also to extend the existing commercial unit, which is on the ground floor, into the basement. We receive a copy of survey, site plan, floor plans, elevations, and we also receive 5 photographs and email corresponding from the agent and presentation material from the agent. We also receive comments from heritage planning and transportation engineering. And this is all the material we have received. And we are ready for the applicant or the agent, please. Yeah. Item number 1. Yeah.
Through you, Madam Chair, we have the agent online, but we lost him. So I'll try reaching out the agent again.
Oh, okay. You try one more time, otherwise we'll move to. I think it's a woman, Miss Ida, Evangelist, Lista, yeah. Then we'll try one more time, and then we'll move to the next item.
Please leave your name and number after the tone, and I will call you as soon as possible. Our
We moved out, yeah, we stay this time and then we go back. We're going to move to item number 2, which is 23 Lonsdale. The purpose of this application is to alter the existing 2-story semi-detached dwelling by constructing a front 2-story addition, which is above the existing garage, and also to replace the existing rear deck with a new covered deck and stairs, but which including the new stairs for the basement walkout. We received a survey, site plan, floor plan, elevations, 5 photographs, and also presentation material. And we have no comment from any other sources. Okay, we are ready for the applicant.
Through Madam Chair, we have the agent here in person and no speaker.
No other speakers. So, welcome, good morning. Let's give us your name and address to begin with. Yeah.
Laura Shoneko from 23 Lonsdale Road, Toronto, Ontario.
So you are the owner and also the applicant?
Yeah, correct.
Oh, okay. So here, we do, usually with application which does not have anyone to oppose, we'll see whether the panel require presentation from you.
Okay.
If not, we will maybe ask us questions. Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's pretty straightforward. It seems that they're not, they don't want to have a presentation. Thank you for coming, by the way. So before we move into discussion, would you like to address the panel for any thing that you like to address?
It's a very straightforward application. It's just one minor variance. It's only because the basement is considered the first floor, and that's why I'm going above the GFA. Instead of 0.9 is 1.1, but other than that, it's very straightforward. So,
yeah, I agree with you on that too. So, any other questions? Yeah, please. Yeah.
Thank you. In your presentation material, slide number 4, you show a graphic showing next door, the attached semi.
correct.
Is that simply done to show symmetry?
Correct.
Yeah,
Because my neighbor is building also the same 2-story addition above the garage. So I just want to say that I'm just keeping the line the same.
Okay. No other questions? Okay, now we don't have any more questions. Now we are in committee. Would like to start with this one? Yeah, Peter, please, yeah.
Sure, thanks, Chair. Yeah, I think this is a good application. I remember when the neighboring property that came to the committee not that long ago, and I think we only have the one variance before us, and I think it actually improves the streetscape. This results in a more attractive building. I think that brings it out to the front, and
I see,
yeah, I think it's a positive project. So I'll move approval without condition.
Okay, Ms. Dino, second. All in favor with that, Lombardi, second, please. Miss. Oh, it's approved. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so very much. Have a good day.
Yeah. And can we go back to number?
Through Madam Chair, we have the agent online for the number item.
Oh, okay. Now I don't have to read the purpose again. We are ready for the agent. (106) Scholar Street, yeah.
Ada, you have been unmuted.
Thank you. Good morning, Madam Chair, members. My apologies, my computer just decided to crash on me. So
It happens, we understand. Yeah. Okay, so we are ready for you, and please tell us your application. Give us your address, name and address, please, yeah.
Absolutely, Madam Chair. Ida Evangelista, 53 Bentworth Avenue, Toronto.
Okay, thank you.
And I'm here on behalf of the owners of 106 SCOLLARD Street.
Yeah, and I do not believe there's any opposition. So do you want to address the panel for any other issues before? Do we need a presentation? No? We might have, yeah, we have questions. Do you mind if we just move into questions?
Yeah, this is very straightforward. There was a fire next door, and from, I believe, 92 to 104 caught fire. The structure remains as is, but due to water damage, we've had to gut the interior of 106, but I'm open to any questions that you may have.
Yes, we do have question here. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mr. Weed, yeah.
Just a minor question of clarification. At the end of the plans, the four plans labeled A2, they seem to indicate a single unit, but I'm assuming that that's a superseded plan and that we're going with the ones that are earlier on in the presentation. Is that correct?
Yeah, so through you, Madam Chair, member, the plans from A2, those are old plans dating back to 2001.
Right, okay.
So, yeah, and there was, it wasn't quite clear, the application wasn't quite clear to some staff, so they asked if we can include some of the older plans.
Okay.
But yes, but the newer plans are from, 411 to, I believe, 414.
I just wanted to make sure that that was clarified before we go forward. Thanks.
Okay, yeah. No, okay, we don't have any more questions, so now we're in committee. Yes, Pete, Dylan. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm happy to move approval of this. Obviously a difficult situation for them. It seems like a good plan. It makes sense to expand the commercial into the basement, and there's really I don't see there's any issue with having 2 units. In fact, it's probably a benefit. So I move that we approve these variances without any conditions.
Okay, yes, please, yes.
Yeah, I'll second that. I just wanted to comment that this is in Yorkville, the Yorkville Village, which is a very unique community and neighborhood in the city of Toronto. And in terms of the planning policy foundation perspective, this is located on SCOLLARD and in the SCOLLARD Hazelton area. Actually, the city is currently developing a new Bloor Yorkville secondary plan, and that will confirm more specific uses for this general area. But in terms of the current planning perspective, it's designated mixed-use areas, zone CR, it's in an PMTSA, and all of that permits a broad range of residential, commercial, and office uses. So this is all interior work, and I think the 3 variances meet the 4 statutory tests in the Planning Act. It's a very appropriate development. So I'll second the motion.
You second, no conditions, all in favor? It's unanimously approved, no conditions. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's approved. And now we move to item number 3, which is.
I will recuse myself.
Oh, yes, please, Mr. Weed declare conflict
I'll just
on
be
this
in the-
case.
Yes. The gathering area over there. Last time they couldn't find.
Okay. Item number 3 is 43 EATON Avenue. This is to construct a new 3-story detached dwelling, which is a houseplex with a basement, front and rear basement walkouts, and first floor front and rear covered porches, and front and rear second-story deck, and also to construct a new 2-story auxiliary building, which is going to have to be a 1-laneway suite, and there will be a total of 7 residential dwelling units on this lot, 6 in the main building and 1 in the auxiliary building. We have received a copy of survey site plan, floor plans, elevations, and revised site plan, floor plan, and elevations, and 5 photographs and cover letter and corresponding from the agent. We also have received comment from Metrolinx, also from Urban Forestry. We received oppositions from 51A EATON Avenue. And that's all the material we have received. Thank you. Well, we're ready for the agent or the applicant.
Through you, Madam Chair, we have the agent online and a couple of speakers in interest and opposition online.
Yes.
Good morning, Madam Chair and members of the committee. My name is Sohrab Ibrahim from Barhouse Architects,
Yes.
33 Lanark Avenue, and I'm an agent and architect for this project.
Yes.
I'll be happy to explain anything on the file. So do you want me to give a brief or do you want to go ahead with some questions about it?
Just let me check. Do you want a presentation? Yes, we do. I'd like to have a brief presentation from you. Can you do it for 5 minutes? Presentation, please. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be great. So it was a very tough weekend for us because we received some surprising news about the survey was not showing the correct size of the large tree in the front. But we were able to actually look into it, communicate with the forestry. But unfortunately, we missed the deadline to submit the new drawings and proposals. But I have the confirmation from the owner to confirm some of the improved numbers. And the good news is that we were able to improve the design totally in all aspects, including the front yard, the length of the building, and the backyard. So the number one change in this project is that we have reduced the number of the units for the sixplex in the front from 6 to 4. So now we have 4 units only in the building sitting in the front. That gives us the opportunity basically to shrink the size of the basement units and the upper floor units as well. These are not totally connected with each other, so it's really tricky, and we have like several options to play with, but we need to go one step at a time for each option. Now, so basically the first impact of reducing the number of the units is that we will not need the space occupied in the front yard for the garbage bins. And actually, can you go back to the previous slide that shows? Now go down the one that. Yep. So this is the current basement. What we are changing after the committee is that we are switching to a 2-bedroom unit here. We will shrink the walkout in the backyard. That will give us plenty of additional green space for the backyard. And if you please go to the site plan as well. And zoom into the front yard, please. Yeah, so you see like the dedicated space for the garbage bins on the left side. So we are able to remove that from the design because we have a dedicated space in the backyard, which is sufficient for supporting the total of 5 units now instead of 7 units. That will add green space to the front yard. The existing front yard landscaping is not much difference, honestly, from what we have proposed here. But we are looking into options to increase the landscaping in the front yard. The minimum that I can confirm in this session is that 0.6 meter shift back of the building towards back. So we will have more front setback in the improved building design. That will add additional space in our front yard. As you see, like the current proposed front yard of ours is like all taken from the basically pathways, and they're fully functional. Like we didn't have any space left named as front yard. Therefore, we were lacking some green space in the front yard. We basically, and we are giving back the garbage area of what we have taken from the city side. So we have significantly improved the front yard. We do have like further options to improve it more, but we cannot confirm yet. But I have communicated it with forestry as well. And we have some good news from our arborist as well, that we will take it after the committee meeting with the forestry.
Okay. You said 1 more minute. Do you? That's it. You're done.
Yeah, and like
Okay.
one quick item to mention about the back lane unit. We tried to push it to the limits of the property, and the issue is that Toronto Hydro wasn't able to basically provide a power upgrade from the front yard, and they're going to provide us from the back side of the back lane. So we are taking as much as possible for now, but we know that later on we need to dedicate something as a trench going to hydro. So that's the reason that we are pushing all to the site and the limits.
Okay, thank you. Before we start any question, I'd like to know then, are you going to revise the purpose clause because you will be reducing the number of units, right, you said?
Yes, we are reducing the number of units from total 7 to 5.
To 5 now, and 4 will be in the main building and 1 will be in the auxiliary building? You know the purpose clause?
Yes, exactly, yes. The
That
total
will be
5.
revised to 5, and 4 will be occupying main building and 1 occupying the auxiliary building. The second question before we start is all this on the revised plans, all reflecting all you have said in terms of all these changes?
We missed the submission basically deadline that was last.
Oh yeah, you
last week
mentioned
to
that. So
submit it to the comment.
but then the building envelope and all the setbacks, what we see on this site plan are accurate. Yeah.
Correct. Yes. The current site setbacks will remain the same.
Okay. There's other question is that you said that you have removed the locations or relocate all the garbage bins. But then the current site plan is still showing it at the City Boulevard, and also there's some in the backyard. Will that change any of the variances that in front of us?
Not really. It improves the landscaping in front. So this actually the one that you're currently showing is the backyard garbage area, which remain, and it is sufficient to service for 5 units.
Okay, but
And
then
the one
we will not affect any of the variances that the rear yard soft landscape variance, right?
We will improve it. Basically, the basement walkout will be reduced for 0.8 meter, and that will be added to the landscaping in the backyard.
So now you're asking for 17%, which is 15.27 meter. You said that you're going to increase that?
Correct, yes.
Do you know what the increase is? What will it be?
No, to be honest, it will be like a number around 25%, but I cannot confirm the exact number.
It will be nice to have it confirmed because I think this at the current thing is will help you with your application. That's all. But if you can give us a better number, we can get back to you. Now we're going to open it up for questions. Okay, but you might just calculate how much you can increase it, and then give us the answer later. Okay. Yeah, please, Mr. Lombardi. Yeah.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'm a bit confused here. So the drawing, the site plan, proposed site plan that's on the screen right now, is that the plan that, is that the revised plan?
No, it's the proposed. No, we didn't, we missed the deadline to submit our updated drawings to the committee, unfortunately. Because these changes came suddenly in the weekend. We tried our best, but we already missed it.
So, Madam Chair, I'm a bit uncomfortable addressing this application. I'm just talking personally myself, without having a revised site plan in front of me that I've had a chance to review. Now, I understand the applicant has provided a very abbreviated review and update of the site plan and the application, but I'm a bit uncomfortable not having all of that in front of me and having had an opportunity to review it before coming here today. I understand that the applicant missed the deadline, and I understand that if we defer this, it's going to add time to the applicant. But those are my
we can discuss that later.
Yeah, I'm uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable with looking at the proposed, which is not the most recent site plan and an elevation drawing. So
let's give it to question to the applicant.
Oh, and last question to the applicant. Are you aware that Urban Forestry has recommended refusal of variance number 5?
Yes, and we send them the updated drawing, basically. The item number 5 is regarding the landscaping in the front yard. Now, the landscaping in the front yard hasn't much changed from the existing. So if you see the survey, the front yard is all covered with concrete pads. So we haven't changed much, maybe a bit. And all of the areas that we have proposed are fully functional. It's nothing to do with aesthetics of the building. There were some ramps and concrete paths. So if you don't mind checking showing the survey, you will see the existing front yard is most of it is covered with concrete.
Yes, no, I was out to the site. No, I know what it looks like in the front. Okay, thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Yeah, please. Yeah.
I'll save my comments for
Please.
when we're in committee.
Comment.
When we're in
We
committee,
wait till we comment. Yeah, okay. Questions? Peter, any questions?
No, just similar to Dino's point. It seems like some of these variances are going to change, and we don't know the numbers yet. So just to the applicant, if they can give us the actual numbers of the changes of the variances before we hear from the neighbors.
Yeah, why? Just like what I asked about the soft landscaping, I think that it's good to have a number.
Exactly.
Because otherwise they will revert to this 17%.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's move, let's have a discussion, and then we go back to the applicant, what our decision is, whether to defer or whether to go ahead. Yeah. Okay, please.
I think from the perspective of transparency and accountability, I echo what Mr. Lombardi said, is I'm not comfortable with this. I don't have the right numbers in front of me. I find it to be confusing. I actually agreed with Forestry's recommendation. I also saw the initial proposal as zero sum. Yes, we'll get increased density, but having zero soft landscaping, it's weighing one of the other. But moreover, the lack of transparency here, I'm just not comfortable with. So I would not support this, or I would support a deferral. Thank you, Chair.
Yeah, I would say it's not like going to refuse. I think that we just give them time to submit the revise and then get back to us. That's my, because usually we will have some kind of a package, right? Otherwise, if we do not have the revised drawings, no one knows whether it is what it is that they told us during the hearing. Yeah.
Madam Chair, I think there's two ways to look at this application. The first, from what we've heard this morning, the first is we're asking for clarification on revisions to the quantification of some of the variances, specifically related to setback, landscaping, et cetera. The other aspect of it is whether we can support the variances being requested. So I think we should separate those. The first issue is, are we comfortable with the application that's in front of us? Do we have all the information? And then the second issue will be looking at the variances and administering our mandate of the 4 tests.
Yes, I would also like to add that all the things that we asked for the clarification, it seems to be quite simple. I mean, they just have to go back and, send us the revised drawings and also revise the purpose clause and also some figures. And I think that is still, then will be a very simple, still a straightforward application, whether we're going to support it or not. But yeah, it's not going to be. So that's what I think, that we should defer this case. Yeah, so who would like to make a motion to the?
For you, Madam Chair, hold on.
Okay.
We have speakers that are registered, so we'll have to go to those speakers just so they're aware, and then we can move into the motion.
Yeah, please, yeah.
Madam Chair, do I have any other chance to speak later on?
After the speaker, maybe, yeah, we'll give you just a response to what the discussion is, maybe. You can we give him a...
We can go back to the agent once we hear
once we hear the
speakers.
opposition, yeah.
Okay. So is there anyone here in person that is speaking on this application? See none? Okay. Then we'll go.
Madam Chair, we'll move to our first speaker from 25 Eaton Avenue.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Order?
Okay.
What?
Sorry.
Sorry, hold on one second, Janice.
Procedurally, would it not be more accurate and official if we had, for example, a motion from one of the panel members to defer, and then the speakers could speak to that as opposed to speaking to the application?
Madam Chair, no, we can't do that. You have had a discussion about deferral. That's how the members want to move forward with this, but we do have to go to the speakers and hear from them, not on the merits of the application, but whether or not they support.
That's what I'm, that's what I'm
the
clarifying.
deferral.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
that's what I was going to guide the next speaker, saying that we did have a small discussion about the application that the panel member feel that is the information is not complete.
Yeah.
We're considering a deferral. We asked the next speakers will just address the deferral issue, please.
Yeah, if I wasn't clear, that's what I was looking for. Okay, great, thank you.
Yes.
May I continue? It's Janice Daw, 25
Yes.
Eaton Avenue.
Yes. I hope that you have heard what we just had discussed, right? Yeah, okay.
Yes. Okay, thank you. My letter ended up coming in late, so I've been told to request that it go on screen.
Hello, Janice. You are not
Yes.
speaking to the merits of the application right now. The members have had a discussion about deferring the application. All you're answering is whether or not you support the deferral.
Yes, I do.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, and that's all we need for now, yeah. All right, so now we get back to the applicant, and I think that he
Through
had-
you, Madam Chair, we have other speakers.
Well,
So
we have other
we'll allow
speakers.
the host to run through the
Oh,
speaker
I didn't-
list.
How many? Okay, so sorry. I thought that we have another one. Okay. Oh, yeah, okay. We have a whole bunch, yeah.
We, Madam Chair, will hear from our speaker at 35 Eaton Avenue. Debbie, you have been
Hi, it's
unmuted.
Debbie Moore. I also agree to defer.
Okay, thank you. That's all we need for now. The next speaker, please, yeah.
Hello, my name's Gabrielle Kummel. I'm from 33 Eaton, and I also agree that there should be a deferral.
Thank you. Yeah, agree, okay. Then next, please, next speaker.
Kathleen, you have been unmuted.
Okay, I also agree that we should defer.
Thank you so much. You're from 41 Eaton, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, yes. The next speaker, please.
Yeah, good morning. This is Peter Trifanidis. I'm the grandson to Nick and Despina Michalidis, the owners of 45 Eden Avenue.
Yes.
We also agree to defer.
Thank you so much. Thank you. The next, please.
Hi there, my name is Frank. I'm speaking on behalf of my grandparent at 21 Eaton Avenue, and we agree to defer.
Okay, thank you. And then next.
Through you, Madam Chair, our last speaker from 45 Eaton Avenue, we have tried multiple attempts to reach out, but we were unsuccessful.
Okay, but so far, every speaker has agreed to the deferral, so I think we have enough consensus here. So let's bring back the applicant, please.
Okay, thank you, Madam Chair. I just wanted to bring out one item here, which is really important about all of the neighbors who are against this proposal. And it is circling around the definition of front yard, which they are referring, saying that we are removing all of the landscaping from the front yard. So I want to make sure that the definition of the front yard is clear to everyone, because basically we are not changing the front yard much. The only reason that I explained all of the improvements to our design was just to letting you know that we have worked on it, and we would prefer that all of the variances be reviewed as they were mentioned in the list.
Yes.
Because based on our experience in the area, we aren't asking for anything really harsh that is against the context of the neighborhood. And we just wanted to show like we are positive, and we were eager to work with all of the participants to improve the design.
Yes.
Now, like none of the variances honestly is really big items to our experience in the area, but we are open to any decision that the committee will take.
Yes, and also now we are actually leaning to defer this case, getting the majority of the members have that wish, but I will also suggest it seems that you have a few oppositions, and I can understand why they think that the front yard have zero landscaping, or they think that you're changing it. So maybe you, during this time, when you come back to the committee, just maybe communicate with your neighbors so that they can understand whether your property line is actually way far. What they think that is the front yards, a lot of it is the city's property. Maybe you can explain that kind of thing to them so that they understand how to read your drawings just before you can come back. But yeah, that's the suggestion.
We did actually, yes. We did. We sent an email to a few of them that we had the contacts. I asked everybody to check their.
Yeah, so you might be able to, you might be able to eliminate some of the oppositions because it's just maybe that's the point that they don't understand well. Okay, now we're in committee. Please, Peter. Yeah. Okay, sorry. Yeah.
Thanks, Chair. Yeah, I agree. I mean, we're all on the same page. I think that it's improper for us to vote on this without having current information. We don't have the site plan. We don't have the set of plans.
Yeah.
And we don't know if these are actually accurate variances before us. So
yeah.
I think it's important that we defer it. I just would like to make a note on this.
Please.
There is room for improvement in the landscape, and I hope the applicant can look at that because some of those landscape numbers are very low.
And also maybe also talk to urban forestry if they are not touching any of the front yard, let's say.
Yeah.
As it should not be refusal comment.
So I think dealing with urban forestry as well is important. Yeah. I would like to compliment this because a lot of houseplex applications we get just show the backyard as all green. This is a realistic proposal. They're showing pathways, they're showing bins.
Yes.
And I think that's admirable. So I hope that they keep that, but can expand some of the green space in the back. I think there's really room for improvement.
Yes.
So with those comments, I move that we defer the application.
And Mr. Lamadi second. Okay, just please, go ahead.
Just for the edification of those who have attended virtually and have shown interest, they will have an opportunity. I'm just clarifying. They will have an opportunity to speak to the merits of this application when it does come back to the committee.
Yes, of course. Yeah, and
but I am seconding the motion.
And also, I should strongly suggest that the applicant really reach out to them and then explain the application. It seems that there's some kind of misunderstanding there. Okay, we have a second. All in favor to defer? All in favor, unanimously. Thank you. And we can get them back. So now we move to item 4 is 280 Euclid Avenue. This is to alter the existing two-story detached dwelling by constructing a rear two-story addition with a ground floor deck. and a third floor dormer, which is going to be part of the habitable space and the attic, and there's a rear rooftop deck and a new covered porch with a basement walkout. We have survey, site plan, floor plan elevations, 4 photographs of trees, and also a decision affecting the property, and also an email corresponding from the agent. We have not received any other comment from any other sources. So, okay, welcome. You the applicant?
Yes, my name is.
Is supposed to move?
Hi.
Yeah.
Oh, which one's going? The green one?
Through you, Madam Chair, we have the agent here in person and one speaker in interest.
In interest or not?
Interest.
We just take it as opposition then, yeah, because
Sure.
it's not. All right, so, not line read. All right, so you do, give us your name and address, we can start, yeah.
Sure. Yeah, my name is Angus Skeen. I'm the architect and agent for the application. So this is an application, actually, well, the project description includes a full description of rear additions and all the rest of it. That project's actually built. That permit needed no minor variances. I'm actually here because the owner needs to rebuild the existing front porch. And in the rebuilding of the front porch, we're putting a basement entryway.
Okay, just, let me start. So are you starting your presentation now?
If it's okay. if you
Okay,
want.
so we can start the clock. That's why I sort of stopped you for a moment. Yeah, please, go ahead.
Sure.
Yeah.
So this is around Bathurst and College, Bathurst and Dundas. These are very tight, old properties, narrow frontages. So in coming for the minor variances to rebuild the front porch, 2 variances are triggered by that activity. One is actually a kind of somewhat complicated front yard setback exemption. That means if you can meet the side yard setback, you can project a front porch into the front yard setback a certain amount. But because this detached house has a 0 lot setback, any projection cannot take advantage of that provision. So that is, I believe, variance 1. The second one is a pretty easy one to figure out. On this tight little property, the existing deck takes up almost all of the front yard. So the new deck, by adding a building code compliant stairway to the basement, reduces the front yard soft landscaping. And in fact, the plan examiner stated it as 0, which I'm fine with. But on my drawings, I think I indicate that there's 1.2 square meters, like a little wafer of grass could be left. So I think she may have, I never really questioned how they calculate their numbers. So I just took it as the 0 she assigned. So I'm happy to answer any questions. But as far as I knew this morning on the AIC, there were no staff comments from planning or even forestry. There's no neighbors so far. And other than that, I'm happy to answer questions from anyone.
Yes. There's a one person who of some interest, but so I don't know whether this person going to speak or not. Is he going to?
Yeah, hi there. Can you hear me?
Okay, so there's a speaker. Yeah. Okay. So are you finished? So
yeah, that's my presentation.
We'll hear what he said, and then we'll get back.
For sure.
Get back
Yeah.
to
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, we're ready for.
Madam Chair, we'll now hear from our next speaker from 278 Illicit Avenue.
Yeah, hi folks. My name is Ben Atkinson. I'm at 278, so the property just south of 280. And just for general context, good relationship, I'd say, with the neighbors. Everything's generally fine. We're supportive of the project. We've been away for a little while. We just came back and we saw the so I just had some kind of clarity questions more than anything else. And Angus, I think you kind of already answered one of them. The variance 2, the 0% soft on the front of the yard, that was a little scary to us. We had a little bit of, whether it's related or unrelated, kind of water start coming into our basement as a result, or around the same time as the project started next door. So any reduction in the soft in the front was a little unnerving to us. So good to hear that it sounds like there's still going to be quite a bit there. We'd love to hear just maybe a little bit more on like where the walkout is going to come, or which direction it's going, and how much change there really is to the front. And then first, I think, variance on it. Again, not really in opposition, just looking for a bit of clarity. Is the front porch, is it coming out any closer to the road, or is it just effectively rebuilding kind of what it was?
Well, It doesn't seem that they are doing anything in the front, but we can ask the question. The applicant can respond to that. Any question to this speaker? And actually, I do have a question to you. Are you aware that they are proposing like a rooftop rear deck? My question is,
I mean,
is that a very common
we're aware
feature?
because we can see it, yeah.
Yeah, it's a common feature in the area, right? So.
I mean, this one I would say, from what I can see, it's limited to what I can, see off ours. There's a number of patios. This looks like it's probably on the larger side of maybe in the neighborhood, but yeah, people build off the back.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's not the only one. There are a few of them. Now, not every one, I guess. Every house has that, but then it's not an unusual feature, right? That's what I want to make sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I'd agree with that. This one maybe looks a little larger, but I'd agree.
Yeah. And also the other thing, maybe I can get the applicant to address because about the drainage in the front. I think that's a different way to resolve that, but not on this application. So, okay, thank you. Any question to this? Yeah.
Thank you, Madam Chair. To the applicant, whenever...
to give this, we have any question
we're not,
to this
okay.
speaker first? Have we done with this speaker? Okay, thank you. We do not have any more questions for you. So we're going back to the applicant. Yes.
Sure. I was trying to think of which document you could bring up that would help illustrate some answers to this. If staff could bring up the actual property survey, that would be a great place to start. Mm-hmm. And does anybody actually know if this overhead works? Can I? Yeah, I was just thinking, because a nice clear photo of the front of the property would help. So if you bring up the property survey, those look like the architectural drawings. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you go. So try and zoom in to show the front yard, because I'll reiterate again, we're here for minor variances connected only with the rebuilding of the front porch. A building permit was issued over a year ago for the rest of the project, including third floor decks, rear additions, There were no minor variances needed for that work. We're simply here for the porch. So to answer the neighbor's question, certainly what's going on is the porch is being taken down and rebuilt. It's slightly closer to the street, maybe by about a foot than it is right now. These are difficult things to explain over an image and a phone call. I'd be happy to come by, obviously, and walk them through it. The way that works is if you go, I'll talk about the soft landscaping using the survey, and then I'll show where the stairs come up. So as you can see, the dark line on that survey illustrates the property lines relative to the building. The building has that hatching on it. You see the bay window and all that stuff, and you see the little steps coming down off the existing porch there. Mm-hmm. Like all these properties, the owner of this property owns that much land, but in front of their property, between their property and the sidewalk, is a swath of right-of-way owned by the city that is green landscape space. That's why when you walk on these streets, the porches are pretty much right on the property line at the front, if not over, and then it's the city land that you think is actually the property's front yard, but it's not. Mm-hmm. So in other words, that's a city-owned tree floating out in the boulevard there. Forestry's had no concerns about this because, again, the porch is effectively being rebuilt in its same location. So in terms of the ability of the land, both on the property and in front of the property, to absorb rainwater, there's effectively no change. There's been a porch there for 100 and however many years, 40 years at this point probably, and the soft boulevard of the city is not being altered in any way because that's not our property. So that's the issue about the landscaping change. And if you could flip to my site plan, which is drawing A1. Mm-hmm. Should come after. Yeah, and again, if you can zoom in, because there's a lot of info on these things. This should help illustrate what happens. So in other words, when the owner comes and goes from the front door of the property, they will now come and go on a somewhat smaller first floor porch that is located towards the north. So it's kind of up on the page there. So if you can see the steps coming in from Euclid Avenue, you go up the steps, you go to the front door, because they are building a basement entry for the headroom for the stair, the first floor porch cannot extend as it does now all the way to the south side of the building, because then the person couldn't get down the staircase. So Euclid has a number of these kinds of stairs. So what it's doing is it's loading from the south. It's loading from the alleyway between the two houses. So anyone using that would walk up between the two houses, hang a right, turning north, and step down into the basement. So I hope that answers the neighbors' questions. And again, I'm at City Hall right now. I could come by after the hearing if need be on my way home to explain anything else.
Okay. Yeah. Any question to the applicant? Yeah. So I'm going back to the rooftop deck. Is there any kind of concern about privacy? That you're only proposing a guard, right? You're not proposing any higher fence.
No, what it is because this is the R zone, you're not limited actually to deck size in the R zone at all.
Oh, no, about not the size. I think about overlook.
Yeah, I guess the owners lived there for many years, and it was chosen to simply put the deck up there with a normal building code compliant guardrail.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and again, as I say, that permit was issued long ago.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Any questions? Okay. Now we don't have any more questions. No more speakers either. Right? So yeah, we are back. We're in committee now. Okay, please, Mr. Lombardi. Yeah.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I think the applicant, Mr. Skeen, has done a good job explaining the two variances and how those variances translate to the site plan. My initial concern was, of course, with variance number 2, which reduces the requirement for front yard soft landscaping to 0. But in reality, as Mr. Skeen explained, there really is not much room between the front of the house and obviously the front property line. I think that there is, I don't see any opportunity to add additional landscaping, soft landscaping, but there is landscaping in the boulevard. I do note that, this is Little Italy neighborhood. It's an eclectic neighborhood. There's tight side yard setbacks and urban form. And I think this is a modest application. And I think while, many of the houses along this street do have reduced soft yard landscaping in the front yard, I think it's consistent with what's existing on the street. So I'll move a motion approving the application, granting the 2 variances. I don't see any conditions of approval that we've received from commenting agencies.
Yeah, Mr. Bissonnette, second. Yeah. Yeah. All in favor, no conditions. Unanimously approved. Thank you for coming. Yes. So, thank you. And we move to item number 5 with the 20 HOWICK Avenue. This is to construct a new 3-story detached dwelling with a front covered porch and stairs and a east side 2nd-story patio and a rear ground floor deck and a rear 3rd floor deck. Also to construct a rear 1-story detached auxiliary building, which is going to be a shed. The existing front yard parking and driveway will be removed. And we have a copy of survey, floor plan, site plan, floor plan elevations, and 3 photographs and a cover letter from the agent. We have received comments from Urban Forestry and also Metrolink. We received correspondence in support with 16 HOWICK Avenue. That's probably the next door neighbor. Yeah, we can find that out. And we have, they're asking for 6 variances. Welcome.
Through you, Madam Chair, we have the agent online and 2 speakers in support here in person.
Oh, in support. So we will listen to the applicant first, or agent. Yeah, please. Yeah.
Maria, you have been unmuted.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes. Hello, Madam Chair. My name is Maria Denegri. I'm the architect principal of Denegri Gasai Studio, located at 1088 Bathurst Street. And I'm here today acting as the agent to the homeowners.
Yes. Usually, if application has got opposition, we will ask you for the presentation. But in this case, you only have support. So I'm going to check with the panel member whether they want a presentation first. No, they might have questions, right? Yeah. No? Okay. We do not have any need for a presentation or questions. So see, the people will support. Oh, yeah, you do?
I do have questions.
Yeah, please. Yeah. I thought that.
Just the depth variance is really just because it's set back.
Yes.
Neighbors, right?
Yes, it is. I don't know if any of you had an opportunity to visit the site. The existing
We can
house
we can see from the plans.
Yeah, the existing house is a one-story shack, really, that has been set back excessively.
So it's just
And so, yeah, what we've done is we've essentially, our addition, it's supposed to being a rear addition, is actually a front addition. We are building on the existing foundations and then extending the house forward to better improve the streetscape.
I wanted to ask, would you be okay, because the rear sticks out quite far from the neighbors, and I really appreciate that you've got the third floor set back a little bit. Would you be okay if we tied the approval to the elevations just to like lock in that?
Yes.
That setback?
Yes.
I think that's a, I think it's a really thoughtful element, but I just want to lock that in. Okay.
Okay, maybe we can hold our question. Let's listen to the people who are here first, and then let's hear. Please give us your name and address and tell us what. Yeah.
Yes, my name is Jorge Guajala. I'm the owner of 22 HOWICK Avenue in Toronto. Thank you for the opportunity to speak today. I'm here to express my concerns regarding the proposed redevelopment of 20 HOWICK Avenue, which is adjacent to my property on the east side. My home is located immediately on the west of the proposed development. Along the side of my house facing the proposed construction, I have 5 windows that provide me natural light and ventilation to my home. The proposed 3-story dwelling is planned to be built extremely close to the shared property line, which raises several concerns regarding both the enjoyment and maintenance of my property. First, the reduced setback will make it significantly more difficult to carry out routine maintenance, including cleaning gutters, maintaining the side yard, servicing windows, performing full repairs, and ensuring safe emergency access. The space between the two homes is already very narrow, approximately 1 foot wide, and the proposed development will further restrict access. Second, the height and the depth of the proposed building, approximately at 12 meters, will substantially reduce the amount of sunlight reaching the 5 windows on the side of my home. This loss of natural light will negatively affect my liability and enjoyment of my property. In addition, I understand that the proposed west side setback is 0.17 meters, whereas the current zoning by law requires a minimum setback of 0.45 meters. In my view, any new addition or development should comply with the current bylaw requirements, particularly where the reduced setbacks directly impacts a neighborhood property. While the existing home on the street might have been originally constructed very close the property line, I believe that the new construction should be designed in accordance to today's zoning standards to minimize impacts on the neighborhood residents. Therefore, I respectfully request that the committee require the applicant to revise the proposal so that the west side setback complies with the current bylaw, require 0.45 meters from the property line. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Yeah.
Especially George Wahala.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, we do have some questions for you. Please go ahead. Yeah.
Thank you, Madam Chair. To the deputant, thank you for being here today, sir. Just a couple of questions. Are you aware that the house, the proposed renovation to the house, a rebuild, is using the existing foundation?
Yes, I'm very aware of that.
Okay. So they're not changing those setbacks?
According to the blueprints, the plans that I have, they plan to do 5 centimeters from the property line. This old house has been built for 80, 90 years. Back then, they built it so close. So actually, 20 is built about 4.5 inches from the property line. And so is my house. It's about 7 inches. So total is maybe 12. And I've been having a hard time using that little space to go in the backyard. I had to crawl, go sideways. And the proposal on there, they want to continue almost flush to the foundation, which will leave me with the same tunnel view there. All I'm asking is for zero.
Sorry, sir. I just asked a question if you're aware that they're using the foundation.
Yes, I did. I am.
And are you aware also that the depth at 21.12 meters is existing?
So what I was saying is the bench.
The 4 feet, I'm happy that they're doing something to the house. It's beautiful. It's going to be look. My only concern is
No, you're not answering. You're just not confirming. Do you understand that the depth is existing? They're not changing the depth.
According to.
Does that include the deck that's made out of wood there? Are they including that? Because that's not part of the foundation, is it?
Yeah. Well, I'm going by the variances and what's being proposed and what has been put forward in the filing from the applicant. The other question I have, you talk about the west side yard setback at 0.45 meters. You may not know that recently the provincial government has allowed a reduction in all setbacks to a lot line by 10%. So in fact, 0.45 meters would now be 0.405 meters. Not a big difference, but it is a difference.
Yeah.
It's bigger than 0.17.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Okay, any other more questions to these speakers and to, okay, thank you. We don't have any more questions.
No. I have a question. No, okay, the house is made out of bricks, right? That foundation, but the deck is made out of wood and it's huge.
Yeah.
Is that part of the foundation or not?
We can get the agent to address that. Because it's just it's our order. Otherwise, we are now bringing back the applicant and maybe address some of the issues that you just raised. Please.
Can I just
I thought that you had one more question.
I think we weren't.
I got nervous so far.
We weren't aware that it was actually an opposition thing, so we should perhaps give the agent a little bit more time to do a full presentation.
I can't hear what you say, sorry.
We weren't aware that the speakers were actually in opposition. So I think we should
exactly.
perhaps
I thought they were in support, actually.
We should give the agent perhaps a little bit more time to give more of a presentation.
I made a mistake when I signed in. I should have put opposing, but I put support because I was thinking of supporting him. We're supporting each other. I wasn't thinking. I was nervous.
So we should give the agent a bit more time.
Yeah,
because the agent
that's why we saw us off. We kept you waiting.
Normally, we would have had the agent give a full presentation first.
Yes.
So we should perhaps give the agent a little bit more time.
Yeah.
Because we weren't aware that this was an opposition.
Yeah. Can we bring back the agent and then I think that he understands why we bring it back and give us a 5-minute presentation because there's some more questions got raised. Yeah, please. Yeah.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, please. Yeah.
Hi. Okay, so in terms of the full presentation, what I would be doing is essentially going through the points in my cover letter, which was submitted, and I believe that all committee members have had a chance to read. So what my cover letter does is essentially states the intent of the homeowners to essentially build a house, a new build from the ground up by using the existing foundations, which has been made quite clear. And it is the use of the existing foundations that one helps us address the complexity of building on a tight infill site, but also is what
That's not our
essentially
house.
generates it essentially generates a series of existing kind of variances which are existing. To address the concerns of the setbacks, the house does extend the existing foundation walls forward. And so on the west side, which is the setback in question, we are essentially extending an existing condition. On the east side, the existing condition is actually 2.5 meters. But we have noticed that there is a right-of-way of 0.3. So in our new build portion, we actually comply with the right-of-way. Now, I have made the argument that, so just to answer the neighbor's question with regard to the deck, no, the building depth is measured to the wall of the building, not to a platform without walls. So the deck is not part of the building depth calculation. It extends beyond that. I think the concern about the setback has to do with the blocking of light. A platform at ground level, 18 inches off the ground, is not going to block any light on the neighboring property. If there are issues or concerns about the depth, we could definitely reduce the depth of that deck and get the homeowners to go down to the yard faster. But it is the rear deck is not a variance, so it's not one of the items that's listed here. There is we had a screening wall on the west side, on the west side of our porch. We could also remove that in order to allow a little bit more light to filter onto the neighbor's south wall. But the other thing to note is, yes, all the houses on the street, most of them precede zoning bylaws. So the house next to us was built prior to zoning. There's windows on the side, on his side wall, but those windows today would not be allowed. So it is, we don't really have anywhere to go other than up and extend the existing walls. The site is narrow. It poses challenges. I'm excited about the opportunity that the owners have given me to kind of resolve the challenge of actually building a family home on a narrow property. And I think we have done so in a creative way, have really tried to address the scale of the neighborhood by setting that third floor back considerably so that from the street, the massing does read as 2 stories. But I think that's, maybe I'll leave it at that. I'm sure there may be some more questions that I'm happy to answer.
Oh, yeah, okay. Any questions? Yes, please, if you, yeah.
Just confirming, so even though you are building a front addition, you're still not going as far forward as the neighboring houses, right?
So we don't, there's no breach of front yard setback, there's nothing, so yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, the building depth is actually quite increased quite a lot. It's over. I mean, almost 4 meters over. But I have a question. Looking at the site plan, it's actually, you said that you're using the existing foundation. It seems that the frame porch in the front is actually slightly smaller than what you suggest.
Yes. I'm talking strictly,
those the foundation is a full foundation you can actually build on it, or is just this frame part you have to rebuild some new foundations?
The front deck is being removed. I mean, that front deck is not buildable. It's
Yeah.
when I talk about existing foundations, I'm referring to the existing house, which is has a masonry block foundation.
Oh, so
which,
it is at the back, it's not I
Yes.
think the front part is
So, yes.
where the issue
So
is.
if you scroll the site plan that you have on the screen,
Yeah.
you'll see the notes of those arrowheads.
Yes,
and that's
I see. Yeah, I understand that part, but I think the issue was in the front. I was confused that you can actually build on top of
No. You can't build on that deck. That
frame. Yeah, frame foundation. Usually they're like they probably
So
just build it.
the large wood frame deck in front of the house gets removed. The one-story construction above grade gets removed. We will be reinforcing the foundation wall with a bond beam around the perimeter and then building on top.
So it seems that the distance between the clearance between your house or proposed part to the neighbor to the north is about 20 inches, right? Like 10 inch from your side, 10 inch. So is that a safe width so no one will get stuck? I guess it is existing width too, right?
It is an existing width. I have tried to take the narrowness of the property and try to set the house in. Just that we have I'm also dealing with building code requirements, which it's not something that you consider in the context of committee of adjustment, but I have a minimum width of a staircase. I have a minimum width of a hallway. I have minimum dimensions required for bedrooms, right? And all of this combined.
I got you. Yeah, you have to consider other things. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, please. Yeah.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Through you to the deputant and the applicant. Just can you confirm and confirm I'm reading your plans correctly? You are providing privacy screening for the rear third floor deck and the second floor east side patio, right?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
One extra question is that because the opposition has mentioned he's got 5 windows west side of his building which facing your construction. Can you address that, or will they be more or less? I mean, so certainly there will be less light, right, going into those windows. Yeah.
Yes, there will be less light going into those windows.
Yeah, but you're not proposing any windows on your side?
No.
Okay.
I can't. I don't have any. I don't have the distance from the property line to put windows in there.
Yes, yeah, that's why I want to. Thank you.
And the only opening we have on the east side is actually just an exit from the basement, and that will be basically will actually be a fire rated door. Will be
I understand. Okay, thank you. Any question to the applicant? No. Now we don't have any more question for you, and now we are in committee. Please, yeah. And I want to pick that.
Madam Chair,
Yeah.
would you acknowledge me?
Oh, yes. No, I think that we are in committee. We cannot get any more questions. We have already she already addressed your concerns. Remember, yeah. No, I'm sorry. We are in committee now. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I say.
It's not a back and forth. You're given the opportunity for 5 minutes present, and also the applicant also addressed your concerns, which I brought up your concerns also. So now we don't have any more questions for the applicant. We are in discussion now, so we cannot open it up again. Yeah. Please, yeah.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Yeah, I'm comfortable with this proposal and the application. This is again, there are many neighborhoods in the city of Toronto, especially in the central area of the city, which are again eclectic. They're narrow width properties, tight urban fabric. And this is one such property, and I think the proposal is a sensitive approach to trying to modernize the residential dwelling through a 3-story detached house, which is permitted through the zoning bylaw. I note that, again, this is using the existing foundation. The house is a 1-story bungalow on a long and narrow property, 5-meter width lot, which is very narrow. The applicant would like to provide a modern home, 4-bedroom home. And so the variance for FSI seems a bit large, but when you are going from, and I'll use empirical, about an 1,100 square foot dwelling unit to 2,900 for a growing family, I think that is an appropriate increase. They are proposing privacy screening on the 3rd floor deck and the 2nd floor east patio, as you heard. And I think this is an appropriate development which provides a new modern home for the area and for the family. I think it fits the existing and, more importantly, the planned physical character of the neighborhood. And so I'm prepared to move a motion approving the application, granting the 6 variances, subject to my colleague's request for a condition of approval. There are 2, actually, tying this application to the elevations, and also urban forestry condition number 3, and also Metrolink condition.
So that's the elevations. Yeah? Okay.
Sorry, through you, Madam Chair. The Metrolinks, I believe, are just comments.
That's comment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so who would like to second, and one more comments, please, yeah?
No, I just wanted to just confirm that.
Yeah, that's the one, yeah. Let's have the other members have some comments, please, yeah.
Sure, I'd just like to acknowledge the neighbors who came here. I think they raised some valid points.
Yes.
And they definitely will have less light coming in the side of their property. But at the same time, to Dino's point, I think it's challenging when you have these really staggered conditions like this. And I think it is reasonable that the house does come forward.
Yes.
And it's a very narrow lot in the area. And so I think that the architect has done a good job with that limited width. And I think that the light well is a very smart and nice idea. I think that'll work. But I do think it's a supportable application, but I just want to acknowledge that the neighbors will be affected.
Yeah, I noticed the impact too, and then I can imagine it's 2 feet away, you got 5 windows, but except that it is almost like inherited problem that because I do have some problem with the depth of the building. It seems that they will lift the existing building instead of course, if we're moving everything up, then of course it's not viable, that kind of project, but it does increase the depth, and I do acknowledge the impact, but I think that it is inherited problems that without much other choices. Anyway.
Well, I just want to point out that the neighbors also do have almost the same very limited side yard setback.
Yes.
On I think a slightly larger lot. So, I think both properties are doing the same thing essentially.
Yes, yeah. So we still need someone to second that motion. Dylan like to second with the conditions tied to the elevations and also forestry condition 3 and Metrolink comments. Okay, all in favor? Yeah, it's approved unanimously. Thank you, with condition. Yeah,
All right, thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
Through you, Madam Chair. Does anyone need a quick 5-minute break? 5 minutes? Okay,
Yeah,
please turn off your videos, microphones. We'll mute the room.
Which, we resume. Okay, and the next item is item 6 is 487 Clendenan Avenue. This is to alter existing 3-story semi-detached dwelling by constructing a rear 1-story addition with a ground floor deck and stairs and a rear 3rd floor terrace. And the existing rear basement walkout will be demolished. We receive a survey, site plan, floor plan elevations, 4 photographs, and an upwards report from the agent. We receive also comment from Urban Forestry and also one form of support from 489 Clendenan Avenue. It seems to be the next door neighbor. Okay, they're asking for just 2 variances. We are ready for the agent or the applicant.
To you, Madam Chair, we have the agent online and no speakers for this item.
Okay.
Hello, Madam Chair. My name is Facundo Varela,
Yeah.
103 The Queensway, Toronto, Ontario.
Okay. Yeah, I correct myself. They are seeking 3 variances.
3 variances,
Yeah,
correct?
yes. Yeah. It seems that you do not have any oppositions. I see our panel did a presentation. No. That we have we do not need a presentation, but we do have questions. Please, go ahead.
One question
Yeah.
to the applicant. Are you providing privacy screening for the third-story terrace?
I think we do. Can we go to the third level? We have the plan there.
Yeah, I just want to confirm that.
Let's see. Yeah, a few more sheets. This is existing, so maybe keep going. So there it is. It's not specifically indicated. So what is the suggestion there? Maybe on the neighbor side?
Yeah, if it's not provided, I would ask if you would be open to that, having a privacy screening on that side.
I think the north side, right? The south side is like a building.
Yeah.
Yeah, south side is the adjacent neighbor, yes. And there's some space at the north. So I guess we can add screen on both south and north side as an option.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, 1.5 meter privacy screen. Okay, yeah?
Understood.
Okay. Any other question, please? Okay, we do not have any more questions for you, so now we're in committee. Yeah, all right. Yeah, please, Peter, yeah.
Thanks, Chair. I think this is reasonable. The length is, or the depth, sorry, is kind of significant when you compare it to the neighbors, but it's a couple meters in addition to what's permitted. But this is an extremely long lot. The backyard is over 120 feet deep. And so I think that gives it some room, as well as they've sloped the roof nicely. So it has less of a kind of impact on both neighbors on both sides. And it's limited to 1 story in height. So I think that's an important element to lessen the impact of the depth variance. The other ones I think are minor. The other variances being requested are minor, I believe. So I'm happy to move approval of this. I'd like to tie it to the side elevations.
Side elevation,
Yeah,
okay.
and the site plan, just to capture the 1-story nature of that.
Both sides, right? Both sides,
Yeah,
side
both sides.
elevation, okay. And
Let's
the
just
site
say
plan.
all elevations, because I think that'll capture the roof peak as well.
Oh, then all, okay.
And subject to the privacy screening
Yes.
that we just discussed, and urban forestry condition 2.
Yeah, there's 3 conditions. Who would like to second? Didn't want to second with those 3 conditions? All in favor? All in favor, unanimously approved. Thank you. Yeah,
Thank you very much.
with 3 conditions, yeah. And the next item is 7, is 173 Warren Road. This is to alter the existing 2.5-story detached dwelling by constructing a front 3-story addition with a bay window, and with a bay window at the first and second story, and a front 2nd-story addition with a bay window, and the front first floor addition with a bay window. I'm sorry, yeah, so many bay windows, I'm sorry. A rear ground floor addition with a cupola, and a rear 2nd-story addition over the existing first floor addition, and a side 2nd and 3rd floor addition with bay windows. Also to construct a new front porch with stairs and front 3rd floor dormer additions. We received survey, site plan, floor plans, and elevations, cover letters, and arborist report from the agent, and also receive urban forestry and a comment, and also support from 164, 69, and 177 Warren Street. And that's all the material we have received. Yeah.
Through you, Madam Chair, we have the agent online and no speakers for this item.
Yes.
Good morning, Madam Chair. Last name is Bronskill, Bronskill, first initial D for David. Here's agent for the applicant.
Thank you. I thought that I was misreading the purpose clause because they list the bay window appear 7 times. Yeah. Anyway, it seems that a proposal of bay windows. Let me see whether we need a presentation. Okay. Mr. Bronskill, you do not have any oppositions, and the panel do not want to have a presentation, but we do have some questions for you. Okay.
Happy to answer them.
Okay.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Mr. Bronskill, good morning. Couple of questions for you. The first is just clarification. The purpose of the application states a 2.5-story, and the letter that was submitted on file by the applicant says 3-story home. Can you clarify that?
I can, through you, Madam Chair. It does say that in the purpose. It's I think it's an existing 2.5-story detached dwelling.
Yeah.
And then there's 3 stories being constructed on it. Maybe the easiest way to demonstrate that is in the package that we had put together. It's the 8-page PDF. It shows the proposed changes in the front elevation, and it's the last page with thanks to staff. Part of the genesis of this application, frankly, is a change in the Oh, sorry, you're in the plans, staff. Apologies. Do you have our
presentation?
Our presentation there.
Not in our package, but maybe it's a supplemental.
Submitted.
I don't see it in our package, but maybe the staff will have it came in late or something.
I apologize if it didn't come in from Mr. Wengel's office.
No.
Let me try it a different way then, Madam Chair, with the materials you have there, just to avoid too much time. I'm just seeing if there's an existing elevation that I can show you. The existing building on the elevation 3, Madam Chair, really does appear as a 2.5-story. Part of this application is a change in architectural style to a Tudor style. And the front elevation really does have the sloped roof, the dormers. That peak that you see there in the elevation on the screen, that's being added. That the peak there on the left is actually being added as part of this process. So I think it's probably fair to say that the existing is a 2.5, and then it's why the 3-story is being added, so that ultimately it will be a 3-story house, if that helps.
It does, yeah. And the existing house is actually quite beautiful, but I see what it's a Tudor style architectural design. All right, just another question. So the variances that are troubling me are really 7 and 8. Let's see. Yeah. Sorry. 7 and 8. I think I understand why there are variances for both front yard and front yard soft landscaping. Can you explain, though, is that a result of the bay windows, the porch, et cetera?
Yeah, I can. Thank you, through you, Madam Chair. Those variances are actually the existing condition. So no changes are proposed to the existing driveway area, the existing hard surfaces, or the existing front porch stair. However, because there are proposed changes to the front elevation, like the porticos being replaced, the bay windows, Madam Chair, those then trigger the variances for that existing condition. So what is there will stay the same, but the changes to the front elevation mean that variances 7 and 8 were added through the zoning examiner's process to be put in front of you.
Okay, thank you.
But you say that the part of existing is already under, right? Under the required.
Yes, those variances there, those percentages, that's what exists on the site today.
Oh, okay. Oh, the bay window will not affect or take away some of this soft landscaping? Because
it just triggers the variances themselves, but doesn't make the existing condition any worse.
Because the bay windows do not have foundations, is that right? Or will not?
Correct.
Okay. All right. So please, yeah.
Just following up on that, I mean, there is a lot of driveway on this property. In the survey, it says that this bit at the north was a driveway. Is that already being converted, or is it being converted into more of a soft landscape area?
Through Madam Chair, just say, I hate to ask a question of a question. Do you mean the area adjacent to the side?
Yeah,
lot
exactly.
line
That kind of leads to
behind
that
the
little
front wall of the
extension
house?
on the north side.
Yeah, let me just pull something up.
Yeah, on the north side where is, yeah, it seems to be like,
In the survey, that was a driveway too, but is that being already converted or is it planned to be converted into?
There's an archway that's proposed there.
Yeah.
That then you walk through. Some of that then because it's behind the front wall of the house, doesn't then go into the variances. And I'm just sort
No,
of
I'm
flipping back over.
I'm trying to see if there's, despite the enormous amount of driveway, if perhaps a little bit of driveway is being reduced.
Oh, I think that
looking
is
for.
fair. Yes, some of that area in behind that, because it's now an archway with a pedestrian access, yes, some of that driveway area is removed. It just doesn't pick up in the front yard.
Yeah, I
landscaping
know, but
calculation.
I'm trying to see if perhaps, despite the enormous amount of driveway, if some driveway is being removed elsewhere on the property, that's perhaps a compensation.
I acknowledge that is occurring. Thank you for the question. Yes.
Okay.
yeah, I can see whether it can increase some of the.
Yeah. So some of that's going to be now more of like a walkway with some soft landscaping.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
Because it's a very good site and very large, and it should have some kind of opportunity to not make it worse in terms of soft landscaping. I thought, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions, please? Yeah. Maybe Mr. Bosco can advise the owner can improve that, reduce the size of the driveway or eliminate and put it into like a little walkway so it got more soft landscaping.
Indeed.
Unless they want to park a car there.
Yeah. Well, they may be planning to do that.
Yeah. Okay. Any other questions? So we do not have any more questions. We are in committee now. Please, yeah, go ahead.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Yeah, I this is generally the Forest Hill neighborhood. The properties are significantly large. The homes generally are larger in size. I think this is an appropriate renovation of the existing residential dwelling. I understand to the explanation the reason for the variance is 7 and 8. I'm satisfied with that explanation. I do thank the applicant for providing a neighborhood character assessment in the sense of providing previous committee of adjustment approvals for similar variances as those being proposed. I think it's an appropriate redevelopment of the property, alteration of the property. I think it respects the existing physical character of the neighborhood. It fits, and I believe that the 4 statutory tests are met. And I would move a motion approving the application, granting the 10 variances subject to urban forestry condition number 2.
Yeah. Do you want to tie to the side elevation so to show that the additions is where the height in terms of it's because it's a very specific step.
Yeah, I can add that.
Yeah.
To my motion.
There's the 2 side elevations. I think that's a good. All right. Do I have a second? Miss. Yeah, Ms. Bissonette, yeah, second, and the title 2, the 2 side elevation and also forestry condition 2, all in favor? All in favor is approved with conditions. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Yes, thank you. 2 conditions. Okay. So we move to item number 8. It's 82 Chester Avenue. This is to alter an existing 2.5-story detached dwelling by constructing 4 dormers on the north and south sides for habitable space within the attic. And we have survey, site plan, floor plan elevation, and 2 photographs. And we haven't received any comments from any other source. And they're seeking for 2 variances. We are ready for the agent or applicant, please.
Through you, Madam Chair, we have the agent online and no speakers for this item.
Okay.
Good morning, Madam Chair and committee.
Yes.
My name is Bernardo Cascone.
Oh.
I live at 82 Chester, and I'm the applicant and agent and architect.
Yeah, it's sorry. Yeah.
I would I could present briefly just to clarify a few things on the application, or I can take questions.
Oh, okay. Do you have something you want to clarify, or do?
Generally, I can present and just perhaps preempt any questions about what is not part of the application.
Yes, I'm going to check, see whether the panel wants a presentation. I do not think they do, but they might have questions. And I think this is pretty straightforward applications. You're seeking 3 variances here. Okay.
Very good.
Do we have questions for him? Oh, they don't even have questions for you. It seems that we understood everything you have submitted. So we are in committee now. Okay.
Yeah, I think this is very simple, and I think it's appropriate. So I'm happy to put a motion forward to approve the variances with no conditions.
With no conditions, yeah. Yes, Peter, second. With no condition, all in favor? Yes, approved unanimously. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, and item number 9 is 2 Silverwood Avenue. This is to construct a new 3-story detached dwelling. And because more than 50% of the wall will be removed, and with an integral garage in the front, and a front porch, a covered porch with stair, and a rear ground floor deck with canopy, and a rear third floor balcony, and a modified L-shaped driveway, and which it will reduce the width of the existing oversized driveway and from Spadina Road. And the committee also received a survey, site plan, floor plan, elevations, 10 photographs, and arborist report presentation material from the agent. We received also comment from transportation, engineering, and also staff report from urban forestry. And they seeking for 8 variances. Okay. We are ready for the agent, please.
Through you, Madam Chair, we have the agent online and no speakers for this item.
Yeah. It's on a corner lot. We're connecting to the agent, yeah.
Through you, Madam Chair, the agent is not able to unmute.
Oh.
I'll try calling the agent.
Okay, try calling them otherwise, yeah. We can, let's see how it happens.
Hello?
Yes, good.
Hello.
We can hear
good
you,
morning.
yeah, yes.
Finally, good morning. My name is Kay Rook. I'm the planner for the owners of the property at 2 Silverwood Avenue.
Can you give us your address?
Sure, pardon me. It's 18 Yonge Street, Toronto, Ontario.
Oh, okay. You do not have any opposition, see whether the panel wants a presentation? No, but we do have questions. No?
Absolutely. If you could just pull out my presentation slides, that would be great.
We do not need a presentation from you. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, you do not?
No, do not. I was checking with the panel because usually if you do not have opposition, the panel, we have review all the materials. So the panel doesn't feel that they need a presentation. We might have questions though. Yeah, just wait.
Sure, I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Please. Yeah, please then. Yeah. Yes, go ahead. Yeah.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Just with respect to variance number 8, which is the soft landscaping required for the side yard, that's a significant reduction. I'm assuming, and again, you know what happens with people that assume, but I'm assuming is that the east side yard?
Correct. It's the east side yard, and it's actually reflective of what's existing there today.
Right.
You'll note that this site is located on the northwest corner of Spadina Road, which is a major street, and Silverwood. And on that side, you'll see a walkway, which is existing. And beyond that, beyond the property line to the east, there's a hedge, and that's shown in the pictures that I've submitted as well, in addition to a right-of-way, which is grass as well. So from a separation distance, from a, I guess, greenery perspective, you won't notice it. And once again, it is an existing condition.
And that's a function also of where the property line is.
Correct. It's probably much, yeah, there you go. You could see it from there beside the garage there. There's the shrubs and trees that are on city right away. That is going to be maintained and remained. And you'll note that there's a walkway that leads to the back, which is existing, which is reflective of the proposed plans.
All right, thank you.
Question on your site plan is you says there's a modified the front the driveway is a modified driveway. What does that mean? You just changing the width, or are you going to repave the whole thing?
So you'll see in that picture, majority of the front yard is a hardscape, which is the driveway. And if you go to the presentation slides and on the site plan, it shows the driveway being reduced in terms of width inside or within the property. So that area that's highlighted in purple is the existing driveway, and underneath that is the proposed driveway, and which is much significantly less in terms of pavement. And you'll also note that the soft landscaping gets larger.
Yes.
Approximately the existing soft landscaping on the property is approximately 25%, and we're proposing 67.9 or 68% soft landscaping. So the greenery and the landscaping part of it increases as a result of
Yes, I can see the dotted line is the existing. What I'm trying to get at is it seems that on your site plan, you're suggesting you're going to have to repave the whole new driveway anyway, right? You're not going to just patch it up. It seems that
no, it will be completely dug up.
Yes, that's why maybe there's an opportunity. Are you suggesting permeable paving materials? I'm not saying paver, but material, permeable concrete or asphalt.
My understanding is that it will be of some sort of pavers. It's, as you can see underneath that gray area, there's some sort of stonework. I don't know exact material, but it's going to be some sort of pavers, I believe.
Yes, that's what I'm getting at. If we're going to suggest is a permeable material, that is still okay with you?
I don't think my client will have any issues with that.
Okay, all right. Thank you. That's good news for me. Yeah, thank you. Any other questions? Yeah, and we do not have any more questions for you. We are in committee now. Please, yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy to move a motion to approve this. A lot of these, especially the side yard variances, are basically existing conditions. And then I think that honestly, this is an enormous improvement on the property. Much less driveway. The garage is being moved to a less prominent place off the side. You know, the third floor that's being added is set back a little bit, so the massing is, you know, mitigated. So I think it's a really thoughtful proposal and actually an enormous improvement on the property overall. So I am happy to move a motion to approve these variances with forestry conditions 1 and 3, and with a condition that the new driveway be paved with permeable pavers.
But also I think important title site plan because it does show more landscaping and all that.
Tie it to the site plan.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's already like the variance already like will structure that, right? Like the variances
I'm not too sure because they do have a lot of more improvement in terms of.
Well, they're like the variance requires them to have at least 67% soft landscaping. So, but we can tie it to site plan. I'm not too bothered.
Oh, okay. What was tied to the site plan anyway, right? So, okay. Second, please, just let me, Peter, any comment or you just second? Okay. All right. All in favor of those conditions? Unanimously approved with the conditions, the title site plan and the permeable paving material, forestry 1 and 3. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes. And item number 10 is 277 Crawford Street. This is to alter the existing 3-story detached dwelling by replacing the existing weird 1-story addition with a new 2-story addition, including a basement and a basement walkout and a ground floor deck, and also to construct a new 4th-story dormer with a deck at the rear. And it's, we have received a survey site plan, floor plan, elevation, 9 photographs, presentation material, and also a tree inventory plan from agents. We are ready for the agent.
For you, Madam Chair, we have the agent on.
Chair. Good afternoon, Chair and members of the committee. My name is Stephen Lindy, architect and agent for the proposal. I'm located at 48 Bedford Park Avenue in Toronto.
Okay, thank you. You're looking for 2 variances. Let me check whether we need a presentation. No, you do not have any opposition, and the panel does not need a presentation from you. We might have questions, though. Yeah, please. Yeah.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Yeah.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Through you to the applicant. So I'm looking at your one of the drawings you submitted. It's entitled Rear Landscape Calculation.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now you have a variance for a decrease in rear soft landscaping. I just wanted to clarify. So on that drawing, you have a table and you have calculations. So if you look at the row where you have rear and in brackets square meters percentage, right? So you have rear area, you have a total amount for that in square meters, and you have a soft area calculation, porous paver, garage, platform, steps, landscape wall, off lane, and then percentage soft, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if we look at the first number to the left, rear area, 139.47 square meters, that should total all of those cells, right? To get you to 29.30%.
Well, we did a zoning review. This was reviewed by the application examiner, but yet to answer the question, that should be correct.
Okay, and just a minor correction. I have the total as 135.7 square meters, not 139.47 square meters, which will slightly alter that percentage of soft landscaping from 29.30 to 30.12%. That's why I'm asking for clarification.
Well, we would be able to stick with the 29.3%, 40.87 square meters. We won't go above that for the soft landscaping.
But if your total rear area is 139.47, which I have as 135.7, can you clarify that 139.47 is correct? That's the entire rear area?
Yes.
All right, and then if you add up all the cells to the right, that should result in 29.30. I don't think that number is correct, but again, it's a minor point. Anyway, that's my only question.
Figure that out on the fly, unfortunately, but yeah.
All right.
We can certainly stick with the 29.3%.
Okay. Thank you.
Maybe we still, they have some kind of thing they can take out or something, I do not know, from the area. Yeah.
The 29.3% will not be a problem.
That's what it is on the notice on the agenda. So you can't go below that. Yeah. All right. Thank you. And any other questions? It's a good point though. It's a good. Yeah. So any other questions? So we do not have any more questions for you. So we are in committee. So we're going to stick with the 29.3, right? So yeah, please, Peter. Yeah.
Thanks, Chair. I think this is a good application. I know the rear yard soft landscaping appears low, but I think anytime you have a garage in the backyard, it's so hard to even get kind of close, right?
Yeah.
And I think what they've shown in their landscaping plan is kind of best efforts. The actual paved area is pretty restrained, I think, and they are showing it as porous pavers, and I think that goes a long way.
Yeah.
And then the other variance is just FSI, which has little impact at all. So I think it's an approvable plan, and I think we should tie it to the site plan to secure the porous pavers.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. The site plan. Okay.
Madam Chair?
Yes, please.
I'll support that, but can we put a note in our decision that porous pavers or interlock or permeable pavers are not considered soft landscaping any longer by the City of Toronto?
They are not. Yeah. We never do.
Well, they were considered previously, but a recent report has said they can no longer be considered as part of soft landscape. Anyway.
Oh, it's been, well, for a while, but that's why sometimes we ask for it just to compensate the lack of landscape.
Yeah, I can second that.
Okay, all in favor of tie to the site plan? All in favor? Unanimously approve tie to the site plan, yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Item 11 is 271 BERESFORD Avenue, and to alter the existing two-story detached dwelling by constructing a first-story addition with rear balcony and a rear first-story landing with stairs and a rear second-story Juliet balcony. And there will be an enclosed stair well projection on the south side of the building. Also, there will be a total of 3 residential units on this lot. We have received survey site plan, floor plan elevation, 7 photographs, and a 3 site plan from the agent. We received correspondence from 273, a letter of interest from 273 BERESFORD Avenue. Yeah. We are ready for the agent.
Through you, Madam Chair, we have the agent online and 1 speaker in opposition online.
Okay, yes.
Good morning, Madam Chair and members of the committee. My name is Sava Mijokovic. I live close by at 92 DeForest Road.
Yes.
I'm actually a family friend of the property owners.
Okay.
But also their agent for the.
You're also the agent. Yeah, it seems that you do have 1 opposition. So in that way, we have to get have a presentation from you.
That's not
you
a
can
problem. Yeah,
do it in 5 minutes. Yeah.
There was a planning rationale submitted. If we could just kind of share that as well, that would be great.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's bring that up, and then you start when you're ready. Okay.
Sure. Yeah. Well, the Levy family would like to convert their home into 3 units so that they can age in place and set up a multi-generational living arrangement with their son and daughter-in-law. And to achieve this goal, we've added a partial 3rd-story addition, and we've extended vertically the existing side bay window projection, and we've added a small landing at the back of the house. We've triggered 3 minor variances that I'll kind of speak to now. If we can start on page 7 of the planning rationale, that slide is kind of just highlighting what triggers the rear platform setback variance. No, page 7, yeah. Anyhow, we just have a small landing just to give access to the backyard from the ground floor kitchen. The deck is only 4 feet wide, and it's matches the setback of the existing house. So it's very low lying and very modest in size, and it's also tucked away behind the rear addition of the neighboring property, so it won't even be visible to the neighbor that would otherwise be impacted by it. So for that reason, I think this is a technical and minor variance. Next is the eave setback, and if you can just go to the next page, please, page 8. I just want to clarify that this variance actually only applies to that little portion of roof above the extended side bay window. So it's actually that little red line you see there. So the existing roof overhang is a 0-inch setback. So for that reason, when we kind of extend this up, we trigger the exact same variance. So it's basically an existing non-conforming condition, but I think this variance is also minor in nature. Next, if we can go to page number 10, I'd like to speak to the 3rd and final variance, which is the top of main wall height. Just want to clarify that the variance is specifically the top of main wall height of the side walls. So on this slide, you can see that red line. That's the allowable top of main wall height of 8.5 meters. Our proposed sidewall top of main wall height is 9.6 meters. So this variance is minor for the following reasons. First of all, it's only 1.18 meters greater than allowed. So a very small request. And it's also localized. It only applies to the rear half of the house. Secondly, I'd just like to point out that the overall building height is compliant. 11 meters is allowed for overall building height, and we have 9.8 meters. So the overall house is compliant with the top of building height. Thirdly, the impact on the neighboring properties is very nominal. The reason being is there isn't much exposure or visibility of that side main wall. This is because the neighboring homes actually extend further into the backyard 3.6 meters than our house and our back wall. So in a sense, you won't even really see it because you don't have a good angle from to it. And lastly, if you can go to page number 5, I just want to point it to the committee. I think you guys will appreciate the effort made here to kind of maintain that low-lying existing house at the front. And we've intentionally placed the addition at the back behind the existing roof ridge to conceal it as best we can and kind of maintain that existing streetscape. So for all those reasons, I think that 3rd variance is also minor in nature, and the building massing is definitely appropriate. Let me speak about the neighbors next. We've consulted our neighbors, and we have received their support. This includes Mike and Trish, who are immediately to the south with the shared driveway.
What number is that?
Number 269.
269, okay.
That's right. The neighbor directly to the north, number 273, who submitted the letter of interest. We have her support as well. We had a meeting to kind of discuss how the rainwater runoff would be handled and such. So we have Van's support as well, number 273. And then directly across the street, Diane and Michael spoke with number 272 and 276, and they both provided their support as well. I guess I'll leave my comments for the letter of objection from the Swansea Ratepayers Association for my rebuttal, unless you want me to speak to that now.
No, we will listen to them first. Yeah. Thank you. Actually, we did not have the information of the supports here. Thank you for letting us know that. Yeah.
Yeah, so we have the addresses. Yeah, those 4. Yeah, you know, it's kind of just a neighborhood feel, so they didn't feel it was necessary to actually submit it written, but we have verbal support. And I saw the staff report from the TTC. So I used to hang out in that basement when I was a teenager. So I do I do recall hearing the subway go by when we were hanging out down in there. But we will submit the adjacent development application to the TTC for their review. So no problem with that. And then to conclude, I think the proposed variances are all minor in nature.
Okay.
I think the proposed development is appropriate. It's keeping in keeping with the general character of the neighborhood. It's in line definitely with the city's initiative to increase the density in neighborhoods. And the proposed work will be welcomed by the neighborhood, and it will actually revitalize this classic but aging home. And
Thank
for
you.
these reasons, I ask the committee grant us the requested minor variances.
Thank you very much. Yeah, your 5 minutes up. So
Oh, sorry.
yeah,
Thank you.
that's thank you. Yeah, so we listen to the opposition and then we'll bring you back. Okay. Yeah.
Sure.
Nicholas, you have been unmuted.
Good morning. Yes, Nicholas Singh, Swansea area ratepayers.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
So you ready for your 5 minutes speaking presentation?
Yes, I am, Madam Chair.
Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Let's listen to your presentation. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. We note that our submission was submitted 1 day prior to the applicant's planning rationale document, which was received by the committee just yesterday. This raises a couple of issues about deadlines for submission of documents and the fairness of these hearings, such as what constitutes a reasonable opportunity to review and comment on a proposed development, and do applicants have advantageous deadlines for submissions. Notwithstanding all of that, in this case, the applicant had all the time they wanted to prepare their rationale and a 1 day opportunity to review the ratepayers' comments before submitting their planning rationale and their oral presentation. Our submission rests heavily on Section 45 and the requirement for the proposed variances to pass the test for the official plan, which it does not. The applicant's rationale makes no attempt to answer this objection. Their oral presentation also fails to address the test. The rationale focuses on only 2 of the tests required by Section 45, and I quote from their conclusion. The proposed development is appropriate and proposed variances are all minor in nature. Being minor and appropriate or desirable are only 2 of the 4 tests before the application can be considered for approval. The applicant's most recent submission does not offer any reply to the observation that the height and setbacks are not amongst the most frequently occurring height and setbacks in the neighborhood, and therefore they do not respect and support the prevailing character of the neighborhood and do not pass the test for maintaining the intent and purpose of the official plan. I'd like to take a moment here and point out that it would be contrary to the rules for the applicant to enter new evidence in rebuttal, as that would deprive anyone from commenting on that new evidence. What the applicant can do in rebuttal is to show that they did in fact present evidence that the height and setbacks were the most frequently occurring features in the neighborhood, and they can point to that evidence. But new evidence or claims would be prohibited according to the rules of this proceeding. As such, the variances do not pass the test for maintaining the intent and purpose of the official plan, and as per Section 45, they should not be approved. However, if the committee should decide to approve the variances, the ratepayers asks for a full explanation for the setting aside of the test and the ratepayers' evidence. Thank you. That's my presentation.
Okay. Yeah, I have a question for you. You have mentioned that you are challenging the certain certain part of the proposal is the most frequently occur. Is this property in the area of so-called neighborhood on the official plan?
Every property is within a neighborhood,
No,
and what
it
the
is-
official plan
yeah.
requires.
No,
the
is it
applicant to do-
is it designated as in a neighborhood? I just want to know whether
Yes,
it's Yeah.
yes, this is a neighborhood property.
Okay, that's all I want to know. Yeah. Okay. Any question to this speaker? Yeah.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Mr. Singh, thank you for your presentation, and I'm glad you raised in your opening statement concern about late filings and the question of fairness and transparency in these types of administrative and adjudicative tribunals. I have a similar concern about, meeting established deadlines. But I will ask you a hypothetical question, if I may. Would you have the same concern if, for example, the local councillor forwarded a letter in opposition or in support of this application, past the deadline, let's say the day before, the night before, which this committee and staff must accept as per the rules in the SPPA? Would you have a similar concern if that that was in support of this application?
The answer is yes. I would have a concern. I think that fairness needs to be universal. It can't be selective. And whether or not it's in support or not in support, participants in the hearing do need a reasonable amount of time to examine the materials that are presented either in support or in opposition to.
Okay.
So yes, I would still have a concern.
Thank you. I understand the importance of that kind of questions and this kind of answers, but I think this is outside this application, and I think that we are also operating under the statutory deadlines for submissions anyway, right?
Through you, Madam Chair, because it's been raised, I'd like to put on public record that the Committee of Adjustment Office does accept very late materials the day before the hearing. However, whoever is submitting those materials are told that the committee will not have enough time to review them and that they need to attend the hearing in person to present the comments that they may be submitting. So the planning rationale was submitted yesterday. You did not see it. It was not put up on the screen. The applicant would have to speak to that.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's not a matter of unfairness. It's only that
the fairness is across the board.
Yes.
With the TTC comment, yes, it was submitted yesterday. We can present it on the board. The applicant did confirm that he has seen the letter, that there are conditions. These are standard conditions that TTC imposes. So it's not new to the members when you review this.
Exactly.
Okay?
So I'm very happy that you clarified it. It's not just like fair, being not fair. You're doing it across the board.
Can I just an addendum to that? Thank you for that, Madam Secretary Treasurer. The point of the matter is staff absolutely must accept even late filings, but it is up to the panel and the panel members as to what weight they give to that information once it is presented.
That's why, we listen to deputations and then we can make judgment on the deputations anyway. Okay, so aside from that, do you have question on the applications to the applicant or to this speaker? Okay, thank you, Mr. Singh. We don't have any more questions for you. Let's bring back the applicant to maybe again address some of the issues that you raised. Okay, thank you.
Sure. Regarding late filing, the plans and the variances are filed publicly, so everyone has access to those. And the planning rationale is by no means mandatory. It's an optional submission.
Yes.
And the only reason I decided to submit it was because I was quite surprised, actually, by the letter of objection. I thought it was quite unreasonable. So that's why I went ahead and submitted it. To the, it's to the statement that it's my duty to provide the evidence. Well, not really. I'm here to kind of present an argument as to why this is an appropriate development and why the variances are minor in nature. But, the committee often even tells us that we shouldn't be, necessarily doing a record search, or it's necessary for that to be done. So I'm just kind of following the usual procedure there, and I leave kind of the decision in your very capable hands. But a couple other points I want to make here is that the assertion that the proposal isn't consistent with the physical character of the neighborhood, I think is not to be insulting. I think it's kind of outlandish in that we've fully maintained the street-facing facade of the existing house in our proposal, and took a lot of efforts to kind of keep that existing character. Further to that, this house is actually the first house built on this section of Beresford Avenue. So, yeah, we've definitely maintained that existing and long-standing street character. Also, regarding the the objection to this small rear landing at the back of the house, again, I think as I pointed out, the unique circumstance of it kind of tucked away beside the neighbor's rear addition definitely makes that an appropriate ask, and the need to kind of show or provide precedence for similar such decks built in the neighborhood seems to be a little bit strange as well. And lastly, I just want to, there was a comment in the letter that says the building suggests an Airbnb project. That's couldn't be farther from the case. As I mentioned, I'm family friends with the owners, and they want to age in place here to convert the ground floor into kind of their apartment, and they want their son, my close friend, to kind of live upstairs and raise a family there for this multi-generational living. And again, I think that's very much in line with the city's initiatives lately to kind of increase densities in neighborhoods. This is a permitted use. We're not asking for any exception there. And yeah, I think the proposal is appropriate and desirable.
Thank you. Any question to the applicant, please? Yeah. Yes, please, go ahead. Yeah.
Thanks, Chair. Just one minor question. The side stair kind of bump out into the right of way. I understand that that's a relatively common occurrence in the neighborhood. But I just want to make sure that that's not, because it's in the right of way, that it's not limiting any access. I know you're just going up higher, but how high is that off the ground from the ground to the bottom of that bump out?
Yeah, I can confirm that for you. Just bear with me 1 second. Yeah, I didn't give it much attention because, as you say, we're kind of keeping the existing lower section of it. So it's kind of an existing non-conforming condition, and very kind of consistent thing that occurs in the neighborhood and these houses. But nonetheless, give me a second here just to kind of confirm that dimension.
Yeah, you have the section A31, but it's missing a dimension. You have shown that projection, but
right. So the existing underside of that is 7 feet from grade.
Okay, and neither of these backyards that share the right of way are using their rear yards for parking. Is that correct?
It's quite difficult to access because they're old homes, so
it's very tight.
Horse and carriages anymore. Yeah.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Yeah,
no problem.
And I think that maybe when you come to the next step permit process, you might have to give that very clear clearance. I think maybe you have to bump it up a little bit, 7 feet and something. But anyway, that's later. Yeah.
Okay, noted. Thanks.
Yeah. I think 7 feet is a little bit lower. Maybe 7 is 21 or 2200 millimeter. But for regular passage with vehicle, you can go lower. Anyway, he has to give that dimension when it comes to the building permit.
Yeah, I know often reference is made to 2 meters as the required height for access, as it kind of meets a typical parking space height.
Yeah.
So we meet that 2 meters, right? 7 feet is above the 2 meters. So
yeah,
that's been my experience with these types of
yeah, but you will sort that out. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, all right. So any other questions? Yeah. All right. Okay, we do not have any more questions. I would like to, now we in committee, who would like to start first comment, please, yeah. Yeah, Peter, you seem to have some.
Yeah, no, I think this is a really good project. I think they've made strong efforts to retain the look and feel of the house from the front. And the variances are really quite small, I find, both in terms of value and impact. Everything is just kind of pushed up a bit at the back, but the footprint is very restrained, and I think it's a good project. Yeah.
And I sort of want to point out that is that because there's a mention of the character of changing character of in the neighborhood. From the front, from the massing point of view, I do not see that it's outliner. It's an outliner. I think it's quite inconsistent with the other houses.
Right.
And the addition is really at the back.
Agreed, yeah, and it's just steps from Bloor, and adding these three, like having 3 units there is obviously a very positive thing, and transit accessible and all that stuff, so.
Yes,
I'll move that we approve the application, subject to the TTC condition, which came in late.
Okay, TTC condition. And who like to, there's a second, Mr. Wade, second, Ms. Dylan, wait second, with the TTC condition, all in favor? Is approved unanimously. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So we move to item 12 is 70 Dearborn Avenue. This is to alter the existing 3-story detached dwelling by replacing the existing rear 2-story addition with a new 2-story addition with a 3rd floor rooftop patio and 2 ground floor deck, and also to construct a new 1-story detached auxiliary building with which is going to be a 2-car garage. And we receive a survey, site plan, floor plan, elevation, revised site plan, a red line public notice, and a revised zoning waiver from the agent, and 4 photographs of the property. We have received comments from community planning and tree protection, urban forestry, tree protection, and also 4 letters in support from 65, 68, 72, 74 Dearborn Avenue. And I think now is in that they're looking for 2 variances, and also there's some revisions on variance 2. Let's bring the agent or the applicant, please.
You, Madam Chair, we have the agent online and no speakers for this.
Oh, no other speakers, okay.
Good afternoon, Madam Chair.
Yes.
Ryan Dunlop, 600 Fleet Street, and
Yes.
I'm the agent for the project.
Okay, you have some revisions. Let's go through your revision. I want you to confirm it before we start. Yeah.
So the revisions that we made were, as you said, were in relation to item number 2, which was the rear yard soft landscaping. So with some discussion with the city planner, we have reduced the rear yard decks and platforms that give access down to the backyard from the main floor level. So we tightened those up to increase the soft landscaping. So we went from what we previously had at 39%, and we bumped that up to 41.5%. So it was just shy of about 4 or 5 square meters that we were able to squeeze out there. So that was pretty much the main difference there.
Okay, and also those the revised plan reflecting that change, right? Correct,
yes.
Okay, thank you. You do not have any opposition, so I'm going to see whether the panel wants a presentation. No? Okay, we do not need a presentation from you. Do have any questions? No? Oh, it seems that we do not have any questions for you either. We have reviewed all the materials, so we are ready to discuss this. Do you have anything else you want to address the panel before we start?
No, I think it's pretty straightforward.
Yes, okay, well, we committed, please. Yeah, we are committed, yeah.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'll take this one. First of all, I commend the applicant for meeting with community planning and addressing some of the concerns raised regarding the rear soft landscaping. The community planning now supports the application, and there's also 5 letters of support from neighbors for this proposal. This property is located in North Riverdale. It is reflective of a modest, I believe, and appropriate improvement to the property. It fits the existing physical character and respects the character of the immediate area. And it's massing as well as a landscape open space, which is one of the criteria within policy 4.1.5 of the official plan. So I'm prepared to support this application and move a motion granting the variances, the two variances being respected. I think they satisfy, in my opinion, the 4 statutory tests of the Planning Act. Subject to first condition, community planning, would like it tied to the site plan, which is drawing A 0.0 plus A 1.0, received June 2nd, 2026, as well as urban forestry condition number 2.
There's a forestry condition too?
Yep.
Okay.
Number 2.
All right. So this amended agenda. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Dylan was second with those conditions, and all in favor of the condition amended agenda. All in favor. Unanimously approved. Thank you. And the next, anyone wants a break, or we just carry on?
You can carry on.
Carry on. Item 13 is 281 Oakwood Avenue. This is the existing, I'm sorry, this is to alter existing 2-story detached dwelling by constructing a front 1-story addition, which is like a reconstruction of the existing enclosed porch. We received survey site plans, floor plan elevations, and 4 photographs. That's all we have received, and there's 4 variances. Yeah. Thank you.
Madam Chair, we have the agent online and no speakers for this item.
Oh, wait, no.
Yes, my name is Joe Dome, 133 Torresdale Avenue, agent for the owner.
Okay. You do not have any opposition, so we do not need a presentation from you unless the panel wants to have a presentation. Do you have questions? Yeah, please go ahead, Mr. Dillon.
I mean, I understand that you're basically rebuilding an existing condition, but the 0% landscaping is notable. I'm wondering if there's space to maybe even add just a little bit of soft landscaping in the front, since you are doing rebuilding the porch.
Yeah, so I would highlight the front yard is quite small. There's an existing concrete landing and a legal driveway, which would not be altered. To your request, I believe the owner would be open to including 2 4-foot by 2-foot planters at the front, which may help mitigate impact. And also note the eaves for the main roof do drain to the rear yard.
Okay, so would you be okay if we put the condition for the 2 planters?
Yeah, 2, yeah.
Just add that?
Yeah.
Exactly the way you described?
Yes.
Okay, great, thanks.
Okay. Yeah, we can add that. It says that 2 feet by 4 feet planters.
Yeah.
So I guess they will just locate it on the side or something. All right. So any other questions? Okay, we do not have any more questions. Now we are in committee. Yeah, Mr. Okay, Mr. Dillon.
Sorry.
No. You didn't.
Yeah, I'm happy. I mean, it's basically just rebuilding an existing thing. So I'm happy to approve it. But I do think that there's an opportunity to add at least a little bit of soft landscaping. And so I will add the condition as described by the agent that they will add 2 2-by-4 foot planters in the front.
Yes.
I'll second that. But may I just clarify that perhaps we should use the metric? I've got that information.
600 by
1.2 meters by 0.6 meters.
I'm happy. Yes, that makes sense.
Yeah, I can support this. If you look at the east side of Oakwood, many of the properties are lacking in soft front yard, soft landscaping, as opposed to the north side, which is the west side, which is a bit different. But yeah, I will second that motion.
With the conditions, right?
Yeah.
All in favor? All in favor with the conditions, with the planted condition? All in favor? It's approved. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yes. And the next item is 74 STRATHEARN Road. This is to alter existing two-story detached dwelling by constructing a front two-story addition and a rear one-story addition, which is an open-air pavilion. And also we receive a survey site plan floor plan elevations, revised site plan floor plan elevations, 5 photographs, cover letter, from the agent, and we received the decision affecting for the property and also an ABRS report from the agent. We have received comment from Urban Forestry and 12 form letters in support. 65, 67, 69, 71, 72, 73, and 75 STRATHEARN Road. And also Glen Cedar, we have 3 addresses from Glen Cedar, and also Markdale Road, yeah.
Madam Chair, we have the agent here in person and no speakers for this item.
Hi.
Hi, good afternoon, Madam Chair. I'm Adam Tom. I'm the agent and architect for the project.
Yeah.
And my address is 3 Gilead Place.
Yes. It's good that you do not have any opposition, but you do have a lot of support, I must say. Thank you very much. So that's why, because you do not have a position, do we need a presentation or do you want question? We do not need a presentation from you, but they have questions, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's, perfectly reasonable concept, and you've got a very deep lot, but the length and depth is considerable. Would you be okay if we tied it to the site plan and elevations just to secure that it's only for the pavilion?
Yes, we can agree to that. Absolutely.
Great. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Tied to the site plan. Site
plan elevations,
okay. Yeah, okay.
Well, we're not in committee yet. So.
Yes.
Anyone else?
More comment on, do we have a motion? Yeah.
I'm happy to make a motion, yeah. Although the length and depth is considerable, it is a very deep lot, and it's really restricted to just one part of the garden. So, and it's just a fairly modest addition. So I think it's appropriate for the area and effectively minor. I just would like to put a condition tied to site plan elevations just to make sure that it's really just for that new construction and doesn't create any other.
It's an irregular building on an irregular site, so that kind of the setbacks and all is the trigger like bigger numbers.
Exactly.
Yeah, please.
Urban, yeah, thanks. Urban forestry condition number 2.
Yes, that's a forestry condition.
I'll second that, but I just want to add
yes,
the siting of that room to avoid the tree, to avoid negative impacts on the trees, really smart, and I think it's just going to be it'll be a lovely room to be in.
Yeah, we like to encourage that kind of proposal, hacking some nice trees down and some, So we do have a second, Peter seconded with the forestry condition, no other conditions, all in favor? All in favor, thank you, unanimously approved. Thank you for coming.
Everyone.
Yeah. And the next item is 1560 WITHROW Avenue. This is to propose alter the existing 2.5-story semi-detached by constructing a 3rd floor east side dormer. And it's also, there's a rear 1st-story addition. We have received survey site plan floor plan elevation, 6 photographs from the agent. And we received correspondence from Heritage and also support letter from 58, 62, 63 WITHROW Avenue. And that's all we have received, and they are asking for 1 variance.
Through you, Madam Chair, we have the agent online and no speakers for this.
Who's this?
The person here is the owner of the property.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So you suddenly, that is called SAP in the room from online. Okay, welcome. So please tell us your name and address. Yeah.
My name's Andrew Peel. I'm the owner of the property. It's
To you,
16
Madam
Withrow
Chair,
Avenue.
the agent is online.
Agent, though, will be speaking and presenting.
I'm so sorry. I thought that
worries.
he was the agent. That's why I'm making that.
Sorry about that.
Never mind what I just said. Okay, please.
Hi, everybody. My name is Lenny Petrilli. I am agent and designer for the homeowner at 60 Withrow Avenue. My address is 134-347 Jane Street in Toronto. I do have a brief presentation prepared for this application.
That's great.
However, considering there's just one variance, I am
Yes.
open to questions for.
Yeah, usually we will follow the protocols that if we do not have any opposition, we will ask whether the panel wants to have a presentation. If they decline, so we will go into questions. If they have question, please go ahead. It seems that this is very straightforward and they don't even have question for you. So we are ready to make a decision on this. Do you have anything particularly that you like to address the panel? That will,
Yeah, not too much to address other than we do have neighboring support from both immediate neighbors as well as across the street. No other neighbors have voiced any concern. There's no negative impact to archaeological report as issued by Heritage Planning staff. No excavation is involved. And we are also aware that there is a large private tree in the rear yard that will require pruning to some degree for the construction of the third-story addition. So if a forestry condition to apply for a tree injury is applicable to this application, we are happy to address that.
okay, thank you. All right, since you are here, because we normally would like to give everybody a chance to speak. So if you have some comments you want to make quickly. So
I'm happy not to speak. I think Lenny has spoken for the presentation. I'm happy to keep this moving.
okay, thank you. So you any question to the owner? Okay, no, we don't have question. We're in committee now. Yeah, please, Mr. Bazinet. Yeah.
Yeah, so I love this neighborhood. My first memories as a child are Withrow Park, and this location is really right in between Riverdale Park and Withrow Park and the Riverdale Park Cafe. It's just a great area. I know it very well. And this is very simple, very straightforward. It looks like it's appropriate. Heritage had no opposition, so I'll put forward a motion to approve the variance.
No conditions, right?
No conditions.
Yeah, I'll second it.
Right,
And just with
second.
my colleague, we must have played soccer together with Withrow Park or against each other. I know Sarah
I'm
well.
too young for that.
But he's right.
That's outside the committee.
We'll talk later. Yeah, I would certainly support this this application. I think it's a extremely modest alteration, and so I'll second that.
Okay, all in favor? All in favor. Yeah, thank you for coming. Yeah.
Thank you
So
very
it's
much, everybody.
approved. Yeah, it's approved. Yeah, thank you.
Through you, Madam Chair, we'll now break for lunch and we'll resume at 2 p.m.
Oh, that's good. That's yeah.